Hey there, I'm Judy Croon. Welcome to something we do a little differently on Fridays because it is a fan favorite, Psychic Friday. Today I'm interviewing a woman who I've had on the show in the past. You might have heard her, Cindy Bachly. Cindy is a renowned psychic medium and intuitive energy reader with a unique gift. She can tune into someone's energy simply by looking at their photo. For over 2 decades, Cindy has helped clients across the globe gain clarity on life's most pressing questions, from love and career to purpose and healing. Her grounded approach and natural warmth make her a trusted voice in the world of intuitive guidance. Whether you're a spiritual seeker or just curious, Cindy's insights are always enlightening, empowering, and more often than not, uncannily accurate. Cindy, welcome to the show.
Hello, and how are you?
Oh, I am so good. Thank you. Hey, for those who are new to your work, how would you describe the way you receive messages from someone's photo?
If I look at a photo, I just automatically turn into them and it starts talking to me, and I listen and I talk about what I see. So the biggest thing is I let my mind flow and I don't analyze anything.
So, when you look at that person's image, I guess first of all, does it need to be a specific kind of photo, i.e., no sunglasses, no hat, or does any image
No,
work for you?
anything's fine as long as I can see part of their face. Even a side view I can read as well. But I do like a face on if I can, and it doesn't matter if it's solo or with other people in the picture. It doesn't matter to me because I just focus on the one. And sometimes if I'm looking at the pictures, I automatically tune into the person next to them, but I'll say the person next to you or the one behind you, and I'll tell them something if I think it's necessary.
Okay, and then as you're looking at that photo, do you actually hear a voice talking to you, or do you see symbols? Do you hear things, feel emotions? What is the
Okay. Nobody talks to me, and I know a lot of other readers say that the angels talk to them. I have none of that. When I look at a picture, I see it and I tune into that person. It's like an imaginary, almost like we're two puppets holding a string above. And when I look at it, I just know. So I see things, I feel things, and I just know. But I have never heard words. I've never heard anyone talk to me. I just go by my feelings. Now, what will happen with the picture, say they've lost somebody, automatically I'll see their deceased parent or something. I just know they're deceased, and I'll say, do you feel your parents around you, or have you had them on your mind? And then I go from there. So it blossoms out, our children and whatever else. It's the photo that talks to me, but I don't think it's actually the photo itself. It just gives me something to focus on.
it's just basically your anchor, but everything
It's
else,
my tool.
got it.
It's a tool.
When did you first realize that you had this unique gift, and how has it evolved over the years?
Well, I've been doing it actually for a very long time, and it started with one lady many years ago that I was sitting beside, and I used to be very, very shy. And I said something to her, which it blurted out. So I wasn't thinking about being a reader. My family is involved in it over the years, but
Hmm.
over in Germany and stuff. And what happened to me was I said something, and then she came up to me on a break and said, can you continue this? I need to hear this. So it was all by referrals. I never advertised. I never thought I was going to be a reader. It just came to me. One person would call, then the next person would call, and all of a sudden there I was. I've never advertised to this day.
I know people who have done readings with you. Off air, we had a great reading, and I will say you are incredibly accurate. And I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you're so accurate. You've helped police in the past, have you not?
Yes, I have
And
quite a
I
few times, but I will tell you, I like, if I'm with the police, I like to work with a deceased person. I don't try to find children or anything because I can't deal with that with my own emotional levels. Those things bother me.
mm,
So I can help them on a situation if a person's deceased or that scenario, but I like to avoid children
okay.
only because it upsets me and I can't sleep for days or weeks.
Wow. Yeah, I totally understand that. I mean, and it's all about an energy too. Do you ever have people who you have to block their energy, or better yet, you feel like they're blocking you from picking up something?
No, I've never had that issue. And
Hmm.
it's funny, I never ever felt anyone did. Now, I've had people phone over the years and say, oh, well, I don't think I believe this. I don't know that this is for me. So I'll say, well, why don't we just do this? Let me talk for about 2 minutes. And if you don't like it, nice conversation, and that's okay. I don't push anyone into anything. And one thing I will say, nobody should push a person into a reading if it's not their thing,
Mm.
because I don't want to upset anybody, and I'm very blunt. I don't hide things unless it's something really incredibly something. But if I know they know, I'm going to say it. That's what they pay me for. That's what I'm there for. I provide a service because I care and I love what I do.
Well, I will tell you that, I remember in the past when we did an interview, I said to you, do me a favor. I can't, there's certain things I just can't deal with. And you said, I know what my clients can deal with. And,
Absolutely.
and it was around the passing of my parents. And you said it in a way to me that, I could handle it. My parents passed subsequently after our reading, say 2 and 5 years after that. And I could handle it, but everything sort of that you said leading up to that, and at the time gave me a lot of solace, but it didn't make me go, oh no, I have to worry about this or I have to worry about that. And from people that I've spoken to as well who have had readings with you, they have had that same experience, because there's some people who want to know everything. They're like, absolutely tell me everything. Then there's other people like me who go, give me the good stuff.
Yes, and I will say, if somebody will ask me a question and I don't know, I'm upfront. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't pretend that I know everything. It's technically impossible. So if they ask a question I can't answer, I'll just tell them I can't answer it because I don't see it. I don't feel it, so I can't. So I'm upfront on that too, because I would never want to go for a reading and they tell me that I'm on a triangle love affair or something when I know I haven't had a date in 30 years.
Mm.
Like, I don't want a carrot dangled because I think about people as I would want done to me. So no, I wouldn't do that. So I'm very upfront. I do answer, but I love it. I love what I do. And I'm not a negative reader. I don't give time clocks either. I might say, like, before this time next year, but I can't say in 3 days, 3 weeks. I've never spoken like that. That to me is just a bit of a parlor game.
Let me ask you this, and I haven't asked psychics or psychic mediums this in the past, but are your skills typically very specific? Like, are there some people that only do tarot cards, some people who only do this, only do that, or only read palms? For you, do you do tarot cards? Do you do global events? Or is looking at someone's photo and sort of giving them a step into their future, is that your specialty?
I have to tell you, I don't have a specialty
Mm.
because I can only tell you what I get, and everybody's different. I have never grouped people together.
Okay.
I don't really do global things unless something comes in that particular person's feeling. Like, it depends on what it is, like a financial drop or something.
Ah.
And to me, I can't group people together. Like, and as far as like astrology and all the different things, I don't use any of it. And I did tarot cards when I first started out because I was quite young.
Hmm.
And Mrs. Hyde, was a family member, she was a reader who did tarot cards in Yorkville. So my mom said to me, you should get it. In fact, pardon me, she did the cups. She did tea and the cards. I didn't do the tea because I always found when we went to her, it was like, ugh. So I never made people do tea. And I started with the tarot cards only because I was younger. And people would come to my door and say, oh, is your mother home? And I'd say, no, that's me. And so I used it as a tool, but I can honestly tell you, I've never read a card in my life.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was just a tool. But I will tell you something. What was really funny, there's certain cards in those decks is that I was doing a reading and I would flip over a card because I was just playing with them. As I'm saying something, the same card would come up. And I would say that that's what used to freak me out. But I find that to do a reading is supposed to be entertaining. It also reassures you on your own thoughts, or it might give you a direction you can't figure out. Because when I come along and say this, and this, you go, you're right. I was thinking of doing that. Because some people aren't sure, and some people are afraid of change. So when they sit down, I don't ask questions. I just start, and I don't ask you anything. Except I might say, do you have a brother? Or do you have your mom around you? Or whatever it is. And then I go from there. But all they have to do is give me their name and approximately what their age would be.
Now, if you're booking people online, for example, do they have to send you a photo in advance, or can you read people without a photo?
I can read people without a photo, but to me, I prefer when I just want to know who I'm looking at.
God.
And I don't let people, I tell people, don't send me a photo until you're 5 minutes before you're going to call me. I don't look at them.
Okay.
As much as I look at them and I hang up the phone, your face is off.
Right.
I couldn't possibly retain them. And I don't want to cross-reference anything. Once you're done, you're done. That's it.
So,
no.
Because you've also had people who have read for you, you've done multiple readings for, and they have said to me that you don't remember the last time you did a reading for them. They'll say, oh, remember you told me blah, blah, blah. And you're like, yeah, no, to your point, it's gone. Like once they leave,
Yes.
It's gone.
Yes. And it's more so even now because I did a boo-boo many years ago and I thought I knew a girl that came in. It was not the right girl, and I said something and I thought, this isn't her. So no, I don't try to remember back. I take it right out of my head. And plus, a lot of women will send their husbands or boyfriends or something to me, so I don't keep pictures, I don't do anything. And I always tell them, leave it a month or two, and then let them call me because I won't remember them. And then it's clean. I don't believe in reading people back to back in the same family because that to me is not fair. It would be a form of cheating to me.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
Well, I can say that you are absolutely amazing. I've known you now for a number of years. Where are you based for folks who want to get a hold of you? Where are you based? Because I know you moved out of Toronto.
So I do all my business on the phone now. Okay. So all they do is they send me a picture 5 minutes before the reading, and then they call me and we talk on the phone.
Okay, so I'm going to give you Cindy Bachly's information because she is absolutely incredible. Again, Cindy is an intuitive reader who helps others find guidance, reassurance, and clarity, and her approach and striking accuracy have made her a trusted advisor. So if you would like to call Cindy, her number is 416-498-0970. You can either call or text her to set up an appointment. Again, that's 416-498-0970. Or if you want to email Cindy, her email is cbachly@yahoo.com. Cbachly, C-B-A-C-H, like Bach, the composer, cbachly@yahoo.com. Cindy, thank you so much for being on the show and continue being amazing.
Well, thank you. And I really appreciate you reaching out to me because I appreciate it and I treasure it.